So I wanted to discuss one question from, let me write it first. Then other students are also joining. I'm just coming to that. So the question was, the first one was x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 180. Okay, we wanted to discuss this question, but yesterday we were already running out of time. We have not taken. Today we will be taking it. Let me check everyone joined or not. Sara, Samia, Saad, Hanan, Furkan, Bharti. Heather is not there. And who is? Muhammad Rafi is not there. Okay, no worries. Let's start the discussion. Meanwhile, I think they will also join. So at first I was telling you in the previous class that we will be checking such a x value. See, cubic equation, it's not that simple. Yes, Heather, still we have not started anything. I have just written the yesterday's question and let's start. Can you hear me, Heather? Heather, can you hear me? Still yes, we have not started, just written the polynomial from the yesterday's test and we wanted to discuss it. We will be having a discussion how to do the factorization of this one. Let's do it. So when we are having quadratic polynomial, like there are so many ways we can use, maybe any formula, identity we can use to do the factorization. Splitting the middle term we can do to do the factorization. But when we are having cubic polynomial, it is really difficult to do the factorization. Okay, it is really difficult. There is no proper method which every time we will apply with every cubic polynomial and we will be done with the factorization. There is no such method. Okay, so there is a method called trial and error method. There is a method called trial and error method for factorizing the cubic polynomial. What this method says, the way we try, when you go for shopping, what you do, can you hear me, Arhan? Can you hear me, Arhan? Yes or no? Yes, Arhan, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I was explaining that to do the this question I have taken from the yesterday's test. Okay, let's discuss it. So I was explaining that to do the factorization of quadratic polynomial, we are having few approaches which will always work. Okay, so maybe we will be using the identity, or maybe splitting the middle term. That will work always when we are having quadratic polynomial. Not always, then like in your level, whenever you will be having quadratic polynomial, yes, splitting the middle term will be possible. Yes, in higher level when you will go, you will see there exists such polynomial also where splitting doesn't work at all. But At this point of time, you will see whatever quadratic polynomial you will see. Every time splitting the middle term or maybe factorizing it by using the identity will be possible. Okay, but cubic polynomial, it's not that simple to do the factorization of cubic polynomial. So we are having one method called trial and error method. Okay, this method is very time taking. Okay, and then also like we will apply this method and it will not generate like every time we are not sure that this method will also give the proper factors or not. Okay, so what does this method says? Trial and error method for cubic polynomial, it says that the way you go and do the shopping, you like suppose you are shopping clothes for you. Okay, so what you will do, you will try a t-shirt, and if it is okay, if it is like the fitting and everything is not that good, so you will say it's error. You tried, it's not working, error. Again you tried, it's not working, error. Again you tried the next one, like the other pieces from the mall you tried, and if it's not that good, error. So this is how here also we have to take few random x value, and we will be checking it that whether our polynomial is becoming zero or not. If it is becoming zero, great. If it is not becoming zero, error. Okay, so let's check it with few random x value. You must be thinking that why I'm writing x equals to 1, minus 1, 2, and then x equals to minus 2. These are random x value which we have to take, and we have to check by substituting one by one in the polynomial that which one is generating x, which one is just making the whole polynomial as a zero. Okay, which one is generating completely the final result as a zero. Okay, that will be the zero of the polynomial. That also we understand. Okay, so this is how we will be checking by trying like different x value. That's why I'm saying that this process is not reliable. Every time we won't be able to find, like for a few polynomial, maybe x1 will come out as a, like will generate this polynomial as a zero. But in some, like you will see such polynomial where you will keep on taking random x value, maybe 20, 30, 31, 32, any number you will keep on taking and keep on taking, and you won't be able to generate zero. And not only integers, okay, any fractional number, any rational number can also generate zero over here. So that's why it is not at all possible to check with all the number. Is it possible to check by taking all the real number? Is it possible?
No.
It is not at all possible. Real number means the number from minus infinity to plus infinity. All the number are called real number. Fractional number, irrational number, rational number, everything are called real number. And it is not possible for us to check with each and every number. So these are few normal, like in general, we will be taking these number, and it must come like the final result as a zero with these number. If it is not coming, then we won't be able to find. Okay, that's why factorizing cubic polynomial is not that simple. Here we will check with these few numbers. Let's check it. So at first we will be substituting x equals to 1. At the place of x, I am substituting 1. 23, 1 square, plus 142, 1, minus 120. This is how we have substituted 1 at the place of x. Now we will do the calculation. Please do the calculation and let me know. What are you getting? Are you getting 0? Let me know. Or any other number if you are getting, please let me know that also. Do it. Do the calculation and let me know what are you getting.
No.
Not getting 0?
No, I am getting 0.
You are getting 0?
Me too, I got 0.
Okay. Yes. I did it and I got 0. Shad is also getting 0. Okay. Bharti, Samya, Sara.
Ma'am, I am also getting 0.
Yes, I got 0.
Okay. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
The first number only we have taken and we got 0. Here we got 0, but every time it may be, it may not be. Okay. Here we got 0. That means when we have taken x equals to 1, that is generating 0. So can we say this is the 0 of the polynomial? Can we? Can we?
What, ma'am?
Can we say x equals to 1 is the 0
Yes,
of this polynomial?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can say that x equals to 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. And since it is 0 of the polynomial, from here only, we will be able to generate factor. Okay. Factor means this x equals to 1, we can write like this. X minus 1 is equals to 0. And this is one of the factor of this polynomial. X minus 1 is the factor of this polynomial. Recall it that how we were using the factor theorem. Whether x minus 1 is a factor or not, to check it, what we used to do, we used to find the 0 from here. Okay, we used to find the x value from here. And that x value we used to substitute in our polynomial to check the remainder. If the remainder, the final outcome was coming out as a 0, we were saying yes, x minus 1 is a factor. If the final outcome was not coming out as a 0, we were saying it's not a factor. Are you able to recall everyone? Saad, Samia, Arhan,
Yes, ma'am.
Heather,
Yes, ma'am.
Furkan, Sarah. Are you able to recall this is how we were checking the factor? Whatever is asked, that whether it is a factor or not, from there you were getting of x value. And that x value you used to substitute in the polynomial. If the final answer was coming out as a 0, you were saying that yes, it's a factor. If the final outcome was not coming out as a 0, you were saying it's not a factor. Okay. So with the help of this x value, we are able to generate the factor, one of the factor, that is x minus 1. Now the other factor we don't know. Okay. Other factor we don't know. And yesterday I was explaining that if we are having a number, let's say 27, and we know that it's one of the factor is 3, then another factor will be
9.
9. 3 multiplied with 9 will generate 27. If we are having such a big number and we are not getting, suppose we are having 1024 and we know it's one of the factor is 2, what is the other factor? So here it will not be possible to check it like this. We can quickly do the division and then we can check it. 2 5 times 10, 2 1 times 2, 2 2 times. 2 multiply with 512 will generate 1024. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So here also we will do the division. X minus 1 is one of the factor, but what is the other factor we don't know? X minus 1 is one of the factor, other factor we don't know, that we can find by doing the division. Okay, we will divide our polynomial with x minus 1. And if you know the division process, let me write it over here. We will divide x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. We will divide it by x minus 1. Let's check what is coming in the quotient part, because remainder will come out as a 0. It's a factor, so remainder has to be 0. We are focusing on the quotient part. So to do the division, to do this division, if you already understand the process, do it in your copy. And if you don't know, let me explain it over here. So like a student, if you here few students are there, I can understand you already know this one. Okay, the division process. Please do it in your copy and let me know what are you getting as a question. And for the rest of the student, I am explaining it over here. Please focus over here. So what we will do, at first we will focus on this x, the divisors. This is called divisor. And this is called dividend. So at first we will focus on first term of the divisor and the first term of the dividend, and we will ask a question that what should be multiplied with x? X from where? The divisor's x. What should be multiplied with x so that we will be getting x cube? Where is x cube? It is sitting in the dividend first part. You can see. So the question is, what shall we multiply with x to get x cube?
X
Who will tell me? Okay, it will be x square. So this x square we will be writing in the quotient part. X square should be multiplied with x so that we will be able to generate x cube. Okay. Now here we will be writing x cube, but this x square we will be doing the multiplication with this only x. No, our divisor is not just x. Our divisor is x minus 1. So this x square you need to multiply with the complete divisor, that is x minus 1. X square you are not going to just multiply with x. You have to multiply it completely with your divisor. And now you will be able to generate. Can you tell me x square multiplied with x minus 1 will be? X square को x minus x cube.
x cube minus x square.
X cube minus x square. This is what we are going to write over here. Below the dividend, this is what we are going to write, that x cube minus x square. Let me wipe everything over from here and then it will be more clear to you. Again, I would repeat that our divisor is not just x, it is x minus 1. So whatever you have written in the quotient, that you need to multiply with the complete divisor, and it is coming out as a x cube minus x square. Any confusion so far?
No, ma'am.
Now we will be doing the subtraction. Subtraction, the way we do the subtraction in the normal division, here also we will be doing the subtraction. Due to this subtraction, each and every sign will reverse. So this x cube which is positive over here, it will become negative. It will become negative x cube. And this x square which is negative now, it will become positive x square. Now you don't have to focus on this sign. Now you do it there, but you just have to focus on this plus sign because minus x square became plus now. Why? Because we did the subtraction. See the subtraction sign I have written over here. I am talking about this subtraction sign. Since we did the subtraction, each and every term reverse its sign. If the term is positive already, it became negative. If the term is negative already, it became positive. Okay, now plus x cube minus x cube will cancel out. And now we have to focus on minus 23x square plus x square. Let me remind you, it is not minus x square, it is plus x square. We have to do minus 23x square plus x square. Getting it?
Yes.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
tell me minus 23x square plus x square is what?
Minus
22.
Minus 22x square. Yes? Right? Plus 142x, as it is, we will copy paste. Now again the same question. Divisor's first term is only x. Divisor's first term is only x. And dividend first term is minus 22x square. What should we multiply in x to get minus 22x square? What should we multiply with x to get minus 22x square? x में क्या multiply कर दे कि minus 22x square आ जाए?
Minus 22x.
Minus 22x. Just a second. Okay, you also got, you already got the question, sir. Okay, just a moment. Let us finish this one. Then I'm coming to you. Have you got the same question or not? So, what should we multiply with this x to get minus 22x square? That is the question. And yes, few students have already responded. We must multiply minus 22x only. x में minus 22x multiply करेंगे तो minus 22x square we will be able to generate. Okay, so minus 22x we will write over here. Now whatever we have written in the quotient, that we don't have to multiply with just x. अभी अभी जो quotient में हमने लिखा, we have to multiply with everything whatever is there in the divisor. Okay, so this minus 22x, we need to multiply whatever is there in the divisor, that is x minus 1. Can you tell me what are we going to have by applying the distributive property? Who will tell me?
Plus 22x.
Is it plus 22x?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it
And
plus?
what was the question?
The question is we need to multiply this with this bracket. That's it. If we will multiply minus 22x with the bracket x minus 1, we will open the bracket by using the distributive property. What are we going to get?
Minus 22x square plus 22x.
Exactly. It will be minus 22x square plus 22x. Let me show you. We are applying the distributive property over here. We will distribute and will multiply this minus 22x with the first term and then this minus 22x with the second term. If you will multiply this minus 22x with only x, which is positive, let's do the multiplication. Minus 22x into just x. It will be
Minus
it will
22x.
be minus 22x square. It will not be plus, it will just be minus 22x square, and then we will multiply this minus 22x with this negative 1. We will multiply minus 22x with this negative 1. Can you tell me what are we going to have?
Plus 22x.
Plus 22x. Everyone getting it? How exactly we are using distributive property?
Yes, ma'am.
So the quotient which we have written minus 22x, that we need to multiply with everything whatever is there in the divisor, and we got, okay, we did it in rough space and we got minus 22x square plus 22x. We got minus 22x square plus 22x. Again we will be doing the subtraction, and due to that each and every sign will get reversed. Which sign? The upper one or downward one in the dividend part? This ones. Okay, this minus 22x square will be plus and this plus 22x will be minus. Now we can see the upper one, downward one is cancelling out each other. One is negative, another became positive. Okay, and can you tell me what will be there at this blank space?
128.
I'm going 28. 120, you said?
X.
120x. Okay, and this 120 which is there, this one we will copy it over here. So let's copy it, minus 120. Let's again continue the same process. The first term in the divisor, the first term in the dividend. What should we multiply with x to get 120x? x में क्या multiply करे? तो 120x मिल जाए. Yes, plus 120. What will be there? What will be there below this dividend part?
120x minus 120.
Yes. Can you see it? This, whatever we have written in the quotient, we multiplied with the divisor, the whole divisor, and we got 120x minus 120. Any confusion?
One.
Any confusion to anyone? Now again we will be doing the subtraction. Due to this minus sign, each and every sign will get reversed. So this is positive now, it will become negative now. This is negative, it will become positive. Now if you will compare the upper one and downward one, upper one is negative, downward one is positive, cancel. Upper one is positive, downward one is negative, cancel. Okay, 1 plus 1 minus same number, definitely it will create 0. So here 0 we are getting. 0 is the remainder. 0 is the remainder. Definitely 0 has to be remainder because we were doing the division by its factor, right? Now what is the quotient? The quotient is x square minus 22x plus 120. Have you got the same, Saad? X square minus 22x. Yes, Shad, have you got the same? We got other factor also. Any confusion so far? Got it? Now, is it possible to split it again? Yes, maybe by splitting the middle term. Check it.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Tell me. Tell me.
And the answer is x minus 10 in one bracket, x minus 12 in one bracket, and the factor we got is x minus 1.
Yeah. If you will split the middle term, maybe this is what you are going to get. Split the middle term. It is quadratic polynomial. I have explained in our class, like we have discussed it in our class, that how to split the middle term. That the same concept you need to apply over here, and then it will come out as a x minus 10 in one bracket, x minus 12 in another bracket, and this is completely the factorized form. The cubic polynomial which we were having as a x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. This one's factorized form is this rectangular box. And to reach at this result, we did like all the effort, whatever we have applied. This is the only way to get it. Let me summarize what we did. Yeah, please tell me.
Miss, I got the answer.
Yeah. Have you got the same, Samya? Okay, Bharti. Have you got the same, Bharti?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Do you know everyone how to split the middle term x square minus 22x? If I will give you x square minus 22x plus 120. Anyone who don't know
I
how
got
to
the same
factorize
one.
this? Same answer. Okay. Furkan, do you know how to split the middle term over here?
Ma'am, can you do it for me?
Yeah, sure. What you said, can we do it together over here?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will compare it with a standard format of quadratic polynomial. A standard form of quadratic polynomial is, just a second, no? Just a second. I'm coming to it. Yeah. So standard form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. This is how our quadratic polynomial must look like. Okay. So if we will compare it with the standard form, can you tell me, Furkan, what is a, what is b, and what is c? The coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b, and the constant term is c. Can you tell me, Furkan, what is a, what is b, and what is c?
A is x square, ma'am.
Just like whatever is there, in front of x square or multiplied with x square, that is A. A is, can we say A is 1?
Yes, ma'am, because the x value is 1.
Yeah, in our polynomial, x square's coefficient is 1. Can you tell me what is B, what is C, Furqan?
B is 22x, ma'am.
Yeah, plus 22 or minus 22?
Minus.
Minus 22. Here, C, A, B, C are numbers only, not X, Y, Z. Okay, variables we are not taking. A, B, C means number. Let me give you few examples. Suppose we are having 8x square minus 33x minus 120. Okay, if we will compare it with ax square plus bx plus c, we will say A value is 8, B value is minus 33, and C value is minus 120. If suppose our polynomial is this one, minus x square minus plus 5x minus 2. Here we will say A value is minus 1, B value is plus 5, and C value is minus 2. Okay. Suppose our polynomial is just x square plus 30. Here we will say A value is 1, B, no B is there, that means 0, and constant term C value is plus 30. Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me what is C value in our polynomial?
120, ma'am.
120.
Plus 120.
Okay. Yeah, plus 120. This is our ABC. Now the step 1 is to do the multiplication of A and C. Step 1 is to multiply A and C. So our A is 1, C is 120. We will do the multiplication and it will be 121. Now we will try to factorize this 120 by using two such number. We will factorize this 120 by using two such number, which added together or maybe subtracted together will generate the middle term. Okay, if I'm not making sense, let me write it over here. Two such number multiplied together will give 120. That can be 2 into 60. 60 into 2, 120. Okay. If we will add 60 and 2, are we getting minus 22? No. If we will subtract 60 and 2, is it possible to get minus 22? No.
Oh, ma'am.
Can you tell me other possibility, Furqan? Which two number multiplied together can generate 120?
Ma'am, just a second.
Okay, you don't have to be right. Whatever is coming in your mind, just keep on telling me. I will write all the possibility. Then one by one, we will be checking which one can
11.
generate. You said 11?
Yes, ma'am.
11 into which number will generate 120? 11 के टेबल में 120 आता है? No.
No, ma'am.
11 10 times 110. Okay, if you will do 11 times. Okay,
Ma'am, it is
table we have
121.
learned, it is 121. So 120 we are not getting. Okay, the table of 11 doesn't
Yes.
contain 120. Table of 10. Table of 10 means, let me clear it. Table you have learned till 10 only. 10 means like 2, 1 times 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3 times 6, 2 4 times 8, 2 10 times 20. 10 तक की table learn की है. Okay, 2 tens are 20. Like this much only we have learned. But table तो इसके आगे भी लिख सकते हैं. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that only I am talking about. That 10 multiplied with any number, is it possible to generate 120?
Yes.
Which number?
Ten.
12. The table of 12 contain 120. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
12 tens are, ma'am, 20.
12 10 are 120. And these two number, does it like added together? 12 को 10 से add करेंगे. Is it making the middle term 22?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
maybe 12 minus 10, is it making 22? So
Yes.
the addition one we can see, creating the middle term. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
We got to know 12 and 10 are such number. Okay, multiplied together is generating 120 and added together is generating our middle term. So this possibility only we are going to take over here. So x square we are having, then minus 22. At the place of minus 22, we are going to write, forget about the sign for now. Forget about the sign. We are going to write one will be 12, another will be 10. 12x will be there and 10x will be there because 22x is there. Okay, 22x is there. So 12x, 10x will be there. And then plus 120 is there. We have copy pasted everything. This x square I have written as it is. This 120 I have written as it is. And this 22 we have broken it as 12 and 10. Now can you tell me which one will be positive, which one will be negative? Both will be positive, both will be negative. What will be the case? Minus 22x चाहिए. 12x and 10x हमने लिख लिया यहाँ पे. अब दोनों को पॉजिटिव रखे तो माइनस 22 क्रिएट हो जाएगा, दोनों को नेगेटिव रखे तो माइनस 22 क्रिएट हो जाएगा. दोनों विच वन, लाइक एक को पॉजिटिव एक को नेगेटिव रखे तो 120 माइनस 22 क्रिएट हो जाएगा. हाउ वी विल बी एबल टू मेक माइनस 22 बाय यूजिंग दिस टू?
Ma'am, we should take 12 minus 12 and plus 1. We'll take
Minus 12 and plus 10. Let's check it. Minus 12 plus 10. Can you tell me what will be the result?
minus 22.
Is it minus 22? Yes, anyone, can you tell me minus 12 and plus 10 will be what? Integer chapter concept we have to apply here. Can you tell me
Two,
minus
ma'am.
12 plus 10 will be?
Minus 2.
Furkan, minus plus minus. We will be doing the subtraction. Whenever there is a negative number and a positive number, when you are going to do the simplification, minus plus is minus. You have to do the subtraction in between these two. Okay, 2 will be the answer and the sign will be of larger number. 10 and 12. Larger number is 12, which is negative. So answer will be negative. Getting it, Furkan?
Yes, ma'am.
So when we are taking 12 as a negative and 10 as a positive, the answer will be minus 2. We don't want to
Ma'am,
generate minus 2.
can we take the both as positive and negative?
Both as a negative will work because when you will take both as a positive, you will be able to generate plus 22x. We
Yeah,
are
ma'am,
having
we'll take
minus
negative.
22x. Yeah, both will be negative. And then we will take out common factor from the first two term, common factor from the next two term. If we will take common factor from the first two term, what is common factor? Can you tell me? Yes, what is common factor which can be taken from the first two terms?
X, ma'am.
X. And what will be remaining?
Minus 10 and minus 4.
Oh, I'm saying what will be there in the bracket. X square and 12x में से जब x common ले रहे तो what will be remaining in the bracket? From here, can you see only x is left? And from here, can you see only 12 is left in between that minus sign? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What is common factor from the next two terms? 10 is the common factor, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone say whether it is plus 10 or minus 10?
And it is
It is plus 10 or minus 10? Anyone else?
Minus 2.
Ma'am, minus 10.
It will be minus 10 because
Minus 10.
Furkan, we want to maintain both the bracket exactly same. Okay, if we will take out minus common, then only this x will remaining x will be just only x without any minus sign, because whatever we are having in this bracket exactly same we must create in this bracket. Okay, then only we will be on the right track. So x will be just remaining over here, and this 120 is there. From this 120, 10 we have taken common. So remaining will be, who will say? 120 में से 10 common ले लिए, what will be remaining? 120 means
minus 20.
2 into 10. 120 means 12 into 10. If you are taking 10 as a common factor, what will be remaining?
X minus 20. 12 minus
12, not 20. 12. X minus 12 will be remaining. Why I am writing minus sign in between? Whenever you take minus sign as a common factor, each and every sign inside the bracket now will just change. So this, let me mark, this minus 10x was a negative term initially, but whatever will be remaining now, that became positive in the bracket. Why? Because we have taken minus sign common. This 120, which was a positive term initially, when you have taken minus sign outside, the negativity outside, it will reverse its sign. So plus 120, whatever will be remaining from here, that will be having negative sign now. Okay, whenever you are taking minus common, plus sign will change to minus sign will change to plus sign inside the bracket. And same goes while opening the bracket also. Getting it? Our purpose is, Furkan, our purpose is to maintain same, exactly same terms in both the bracket. Can you see both the bracket is having exactly same terms? X minus 12, X minus 12. Now we will take X minus 12 as a common, and the other factor will be this X and this minus 10. Basically, what we are doing here, we are having two terms over here. We are having two terms over here. If you can identify over here, we are having, this is one of the term and this is another term. Now the question is, why are we calling this two terms only? Because in monomial, binomial, trinomial, you have learned that x is one term, xy is one term, xyz is one term, xyz plus 20 is two terms. So when we are doing the multiplication, it's a single term. X, Y, Z in bracket A plus B. How many terms are there? One term. Why one term? Because A plus B is sitting in a bracket. A plus B is sitting in a bracket. That means single unit. Single unit. So X, Y, Z, A plus B all are just attached with each other. How many terms are there? One term. What is the name? It's a monomial. Getting it? But
Yes.
when we will write it without the bracket, it will be X, Y, Z, A plus B. Now it became binomial. This is one term, all multiplied together, all attached together, and this is another term. Two terms are there. The name is binomial. Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So the same concept we are using over here. We have taken x common. We are having x minus 12 in the bracket. We have taken minus 10 common. We are having x minus 12 in the bracket. Can you see here how many terms we are having? Can you tell me, Furkan, how many terms we are having over here?
Two terms, ma'am.
Two terms, one term, another term. Now in this two term, what is common factor? Can you tell me, Furkan? What is
Minus
exactly same? What is exactly same
x,
in this two terms?
x minus 12.
Exactly, that we are taking out as a common factor, and then we are writing whatever is remaining. So x is remaining from the first term and minus 10 is remaining from the second term. That's why we write it like this: x minus 12 in one bracket, x minus 10 in another bracket. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is how we will split the middle term, and this is how we will be doing the factorization of this type of cubic polynomial. First step is to check which x value is the zero of this polynomial. Once you will find the zero, you will be able to find the factor, one of the factor. If you got one of the factor, you go and divide your polynomial by the factor whatever will be there in the quotient, that is the other factor. And then you need to check whether the other factor, whatever you have got, is that possible to do the factorization of that also. If that is possible, go ahead and do the factorization of that also. You will be getting the answer like this: x minus 1 in one bracket, x minus 10 in another bracket, x minus 12. This is the final answer. This is the factorized form. Clear? Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then I am keeping it this much. Today, no assessment. This question I wanted to discuss, we have discussed like this. Like I think 2-3 questions are there. And yeah, every time you will be getting the 0 from these x equals to 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2. Check it with this number. If you are not getting, don't attempt this question at all. If there is option, go ahead and solve the another question. Okay, because solving cubic polynomial is not that easy. Okay.